Some of the stocks that Bill Huang had amassed massive positions in, just how much we saw with Discovery and Viacom and GSX, which we know a lot of other money managers had lost money on in short covering. So there will be a lot of questions going on. It's still a lot of agitas, Romain Bostic likes to say, among the money management community, but more details trickling along as we go.
Looking forward to you bringing those details to us. Shanali, thank you. As always, Shanali Basak, our Wall Street correspondent. Not a Washington correspondent, though she could be that as well. I want to bring in Taylor Riggs. Taylor, the banks standing by in Europe. I think Credit Suisse watching this one closely.
Yeah, John, I think it's interesting because we came off of here of actually decent and solid U.S. bank earnings in the last few weeks. So pushing forward to some of the European banks who, of course, as you know, were facing sort of a different macroeconomic environment, given the exposure more to Russia and Ukraine. And I think what is notable here is you get Standard Chartered, you get Barclays, and of course, the CEO of Standard Chartered saying that first quarter performance strong despite that volatile macro environment. We are still on track to deliver, talking a lot about some of the tangible ROE and tangible equity figures that he is laying out. I think what is interesting is not only here sort of the surprise, but of course, similar story in the U.S. if you change up the board, the massive underperformance of the financials on a year-to-date basis, and yet, of course, sort of the big reaction here coming out of it. But a number of 0.5% to 1% to 2% here on the financials doesn't do enough to claw us out of the big hole of which they were in. And it's a similar story with technology and autos here, big underperformers for the year, trying again to catch that sort of risk on trade that you see on a day like today. It really, though, does sort of set us up nicely for next week. Taking a look at some of these big banks here. And of course, John, sort of the continued theme of sort of the macroeconomic environment and ECB, a BOE, sort of hawkish pivots here that we get amidst some of the economic uncertainty still underway.
Taylor, thank you. Are you back with us again tomorrow?
Yes.
Even after calling me a boomer.
I decided to come back.
That is wonderful.
And you're not a boomer.
Thank you. Born in the 80s. Not sure that makes me a boomer at all. Taylor Riggs, thank you. Coming up, the market-moving events you need to be watching. Our Trading Diary is up next.
Lots happening on Wall Street.
It's the basic law of economics.
It validated what the market was already pricing.
Need to catch up?
This is Bloomberg Wall Street Week. I'm David Weston.
We've got the information and insights.
David, you just hit the nail right on the head.
From businesses most influential and instrumental.
And that's the way you run good risk management.
It's a challenging dynamic.
We could continue to see that kind of strength.
Bloomberg Wall Street Week premieres Friday with replays all weekend on Bloomberg Television and Radio.
BSO Now is your online home for weekly Boston Symphony Orchestra and Boston Pops performances. See new concerts that go behind the scenes, plus acclaimed archival concerts. Visit bso.org/now, where the music plays on. BSO season sponsor, Bank of America.
"25 minutes into the session, a nice pop on the equity market on the S&P 500, up 0.8%, up 1% on the Nasdaq. Held out by just one single name, Meta, Facebook, absolutely surging after being deeply depressed through most of this year and then delivering some decent numbers after the close yesterday. Then it's on to Apple, it's on to Amazon after the close a little bit later. The team on the close on Bloomberg TV will run you through those numbers a little bit later. That's the price action. Here is your trading diary. President Biden discussing the war in Ukraine at 10:45 Eastern Time in about 50 minutes or so from now. Apple and Amazon reporting results after the closing bell. Those two names alone making up about 20% of the weighting on the Nasdaq 100 in just 2 names. Unreal. Followed by Exxon and Chevron on Friday. I'm looking forward to those numbers, just the PR around it and how the politicians respond to the profits of big oil tomorrow. And finally, we'll get a read on wages and consumer sentiment in the United States. The ECI, the Employment Cost Index, the last big one, coming into the Fed next week. From New York City, for our audience worldwide, thank you for choosing Bloomberg TV. This was the Countdown to the Open. This is Bloomberg.
When you think of cutting-edge technology at sea, you might be thinking of stuff like this. But there's an incoming revolution on the high seas that isn't quite as sexy, but could be significantly more impactful.
Container shipping is the key component of global trade. About 80 or 90% of all the world's goods are transported at sea at some point.
But there's a significant unseen cost to the modern era of global commerce.
About 3% of all the world's CO2 emissions come from shipping.
3% may not sound like a lot, but that's roughly comparable to the entire CO2 output of Germany. Since reducing trade isn't a likely option, what about a technological improvement to help reduce the emissions from these well-stocked maritime behemoths?
Front Row, exclusive interviews with the most influential figures in finance. Lloyd Blankfein.
Deflation is a terrible thing. Inflation you could tolerate.
Kathy Wood.
Tesla will be in the pole position to dominate.
Jeremy Grantham.
We've had a very, very abnormal honeymoon Goldilocks period.
First available on the Bloomberg Terminal, then on Bloomberg Television and Bloomberg.com.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing today? It is Thursday, and we took a day off, and I am back. My name is Christian Israel, and you are tuned into Christ in Crypto here in the morning. This is a place where every single day we discuss what is going on around the world, from politics to equities market. We really focus on crypto and just everything and the policies going on around the world. But what makes this show completely different than everyone else? This show has Christ at its center and is the focus of the show. Hence, we call it Christ in Crypto. But we try to give you 3 different things throughout this. Obviously, 3 is a great number when it comes to Jesus Christ. And so we work in 3s here. And our first section is going to be long sum, short sum. This is a section where we're going to do daily technical analysis. And in that technical analysis, guys, we are going to focus on ApeCoin, Bitcoin, the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, XRP, and the Dixie today. Those are going to be our focuses today. And then we're going to go into the second section. And our second section, guys, is that we are going to focus on Star Atlas. Now, Star Atlas, where are you at? There we go. Star Atlas was a suggestion by you guys to give it a shot. I have not even attempted to try it. The only thing I have done so far is just connect a wallet. I haven't bought anything, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to play it. I like to try it right off the bat, brand new here. So that is what we're going to do in the second section. It's because this week we're just focusing on NFT gaming. That's this whole week, despite all the news I am seeing. We'll get into that news later. So, and last but not least, we have the Christ, because the three completes. Our three is the Christian section, a biblical section, Christ section, and one more word for you, Jesus Christ. And we're going to go over James today, and that, and nothing crazy, just a little James, little book of James, which we've done before. So that is the gist of our show today, and we are going to again focus on those three things. So if this is the first time you are here, I have to ask you to make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Really, I need you to engage with me. This show doesn't go on without you engaging. So please, if you're here in the chat, say what's up, say hello, give me a shout out. I need feedback from you so we can talk. I do a live stream, on a private live stream somewhere else, and no one talks to me because it's strictly just for my education on the charts. I think that sucks. I want to engage with you. I want to talk to you. So come hang out with me. You can find us on multiple platforms, though, guys. You can find us on Amazon Music, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, and any of those things like Stitcher, Spotify, all that. And of course, we're right here on YouTube. So make sure you do all the social media things. You got the TikToks, the Twitters, all of that. So now that I've done this intro, you're going to hear 3 more intros every single time that I go into a new section. So that's just part of what it is for the upload later, because we do upload these in sections on those podcasts later in the afternoon. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and knock all this out and get this party started. Welcome. I'm glad to see you. Let's go. All right, guys, we are back. We are back. Has anybody else hum that long sum short sum in their head? A doom, 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 doom. A doom, da doom, 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 doom. Ha ha. All right, so since we're back, or if this is the first time you've clicked on this, this is long sum short sum. It's a part of a section on Christ and Crypto podcast in the morning that we are there every morning, Monday through Friday, 9 to 10 a.m. We do the thing in 3 sections. We have a long sum short sum, which is our technical analysis aspect of the markets, and then the second aspect is our daily topics, where we're going to discuss news. That's the news cycle. And then last but not least, we do our Christ and crypto in the end. But in the first section is long sum short sum, and today that's what we're going to discuss, TA. So if you are just getting here, of course, like, subscribe, do the social media thing, because I cannot do this channel without you guys and your support. So I really appreciate it. And what's exciting is the charts are doing exactly what we have been waiting for and discussed a couple days ago. So we're going to discuss ApeCoin, Bitcoin, the NASDAQ, Dow Jones, XRP, and the Dixie. And we're going to kind of look at the overall market structure today and what we are looking for. So that's kind of what I focused on in my charts yesterday. So I'm going to bring that to you. I see Rope-a-Dope over here. What's going on, brother? It's good to see you this morning. So let's go ahead and jump on here without me talking so much. See if I can get that big screen going. Let's see, make sure. Let's see, I'm waiting. We might have to stick here for a little bit if I can't get this. There we go. Get a full screen going for you. I think we're good there. All right, let's find this out. Sorry about that, guys. Now let's fade out of here. I don't think I have a window. Oh, there we go. Capture. This is weird. Everything messed up. Okay. There we go. Oh, nope. I still got the countdown. Countdown off. Fade. Now, big screen, because I'm trying to get rid of the extra stuff for you real quick. All right, so let's go. We got Bitcoin at $39,058, sitting there right there at support right now, falling down in a correction pattern. You see red across the board. Ethereum at 2,871. Number 3 is BNB, right under 400 at $399. And the number 4 spot is Solana at 97.02. And the number 5 spot is Terra Luna at 89.46. And the number 6 spot is XRP at 63.79. And the number 7 spot is Cardano at 83 flat. Number 8 is Polkadot, which there is a short out there for Polkadot right now at 1685. And then number 9, I had to make sure. That's a weird 9. I can't do that. Let's do that. 9. Oh, that's is Avalanche. AVAX at 6833. And in the number 10 spot is the Elon coin, also known as Dogecoin, at 13.6. So we are here now. And let's go ahead. Oh, well, look at that. Let me go ahead and delete that because I just sent that to a trading group that I have. If you're interested in alerts, by the way, it is a group that I have started, considering doing a paid group because people have asking me for it. To be honest, people are asking directly for signals in paid groups. So I figured, well, let's go get a little income and see what we can do. This is what we are watching play out so far. Now, do I know that this is exactly what it's going to do? No, we don't. But here's the thing. It kind of broke up out of that section there overnight. And so that measurement that you see here, that is no longer correct. However, this move was correct. And I was expecting, is this just going to give me an ABC? A, B, C type move. Okay, I even said that it might go up to 44 to 41,000 because the market makers can be jerks like that sometimes. But this is what I was seeing. Now, what I wouldn't be surprised is to see on Bitcoin, right? We have this. We have breakdown, maybe a back test, and then go, right? It's the last day of the month, so we don't know. Whenever there's a really big sell-off right at the beginning of the market, that concerns me a little bit because, look, as soon as it went to the pivot here, we got a bounce. So we're going to see if this continues to play off. I know people are the market is really trying to get bullish on this overall aspect of it and trying to push it up as far as what it looks like. But we have a couple things here, guys. In Bitcoin, we also broke that parabola right here. I know I got it red because I've been showing down movement. So we broke that parabola coming up, and now it's broken out. Hit the R1. This is still a possibility of 40,300. Don't freak out if it gets up there. That is a possibility, but we have now broken down, and we're going to hope that this is not a false breakdown where it breaks down and then goes, right? Which would break that high right there. So normally this goes, and if we stretch this out, we'll get a better idea. Okay, boom. So that's about what it should do, and then normally it breaks out and creates a lower low, breaking that or back testing and double tapping that. So that is what I'm specifically looking at in that Bitcoin chart there. Let's go ahead and pull back to the daily. And I wanted to give you a bigger screen so you can kind of see. Let's see here. Big screen. Bang. Let's see if I can move this over just a little bit for you. I'm trying to give you guys just a little bit more screen here without giving you the top of my screen. Okay, there we go. Now, boom. Okay, I think, yeah, we're good. We're good. All right. And that's why I wanted to get rid of the other screens specifically for TA, because I can tell that it's hard for you guys to see the TA with all that extra stuff on the screen. And I still think I'm just trying to make sure that I don't have all my extra stuff on the screen so you can get there. All right, one more time. Whoop, there we go. All right, so you can see this upgraded channel here. Now, we're in this range-bound channel, okay? And I'm going to take this off. In this range-bound channel, which I would not like to see us break under completely. However, when we zoom into this channel over the last 24 hours, we saw a daily breakthrough under and had a candle close on the 26 under, but on the next day, we had the candle close inside. So we're back inside. However, on the daily, when we look at this, guys, on the daily, we are in a down wedge, what's called a descending wedge. And so normally let me draw this for you. Normally when you have, right, a fallen wedge, it normally is a continuation pattern. You see how that comes down into it, okay? And then you're having this falling wedge. Normally, it's a continue, or not a continue. Yeah, a breakup pattern. That's what I mean. Not a continuation pattern. It's a breakup pattern. Okay. So you have a flag. It normally comes down in and breaks up. Now the same thing can be said. If I can delete all that real quick, that's a bunch of slop. The same thing can be said, guys, on the other direction. So if you have a rising wedge like we have right here, right? This, it breaks south. This one, going this way, supposed to break north. But that would probably be down here. That's what we want to see. So this is what I'm looking for. Continue. Is for maybe another day here. That's what I'd like. One day, come down, maybe grind down. This could be through the weekend, right? Through the weekend, somewhere in here. And then go back up into this channel. That's what we're looking for. As you can see, as I zoom in, I'll zoom in on the 8 hour. See, we got the channel acting as support here. Boom, like right off of that channel. So we are trying to see 4 hour. That's the candle that's kicking in right now. We are trying to see if this area holds. So by the end of the day, we should get a direction here. 100% should get a direction here by the end of the day. Okay, so that's what we're looking at in Bitcoin. I think I got one more Bitcoin chart for you. Today is not the funnest of the charts, so I'm going to try to get through, but I just wanted you to see that we're kind of in a no man's land. We've also hit the 4.14 on this move down, and we've back tested the 2.414 here, but really here. So the question is that rising wedge done? Or are we going to come back and make a new low in that area? And that's what I'm looking at there. Okay. Same here with Bitcoin. One more chart, because this is really what we have to watch right now. That range, is Bitcoin going to break? I see it one more time. Okay. I have a parabola. Again, let me show you. As you guys know, I like to do parabolas. I have a parabola again. And it's falling down, and we have not broken through. So when I come in here and I zoom in on that parabola, you can see it rejected one more time, but back down to the 702. Let's make sure that's tight. Okay. Up, down, looking for some kind of pullback to see if this goes at least to the 1.414. So based on this chart, okay, if right here doesn't break this, okay, that means from right now, 39,000, and we don't go up to 41,000. Okay, this is your options right now. So it's go from 39 to 41, or from 39 to 37. That's where we're going. And if it goes to 37, I will see some kind of pullback from there. This is what I'll expect. I'll show you. If it goes there, I'll expect this. And then that direction. Okay? That is what I'll be looking at. Minimum. I mean, even if we have a chance that this really could go, and I don't know if this is in the cards yet, but these are targets. 29,483, 32,000. Those are targets. But based on this formation we're looking at right now, this is what I am seeing. Okay? Based on the formation we're looking at right now, this is what I am seeing. Okay? All right, so now I want to break down a couple charts for you. Okay? This is the Bitcoin chart for the top. Okay? We're looking at the top. And maybe I'm going to try to decide if I should maybe do a deep dive in this tomorrow. Is the top end. So we'll just talk real quick about it, because maybe I'll break this down some more tomorrow. That's the NASDAQ on the left. That is Bitcoin on the right. I'm going to get rid of my camera here, guys, so you can really see the screen. There you go. Okay. That is Bitcoin on the right. That is NASDAQ on the left. I think we are in a topping structure where the NASDAQ is maybe going to set one more new high, looking to hit towards 20,000, so 19,100 area. At most, I'd say right under 20. Right under that 20. I'll make that smaller. I'll say this is our window. Okay? Right there with Bitcoin trying to range up. Now, I spoke about a couple targets on Bitcoin being 33,000 to 30,000. I just said that, right? Now, what would that do in a parabola? Okay? In a parabola like this, you see here, that touch, if that breaks, see this right here, 31,195 down to 30,000. We could see some kind of movement like this. And I'm going to show you because we're talking top. If I can not be slow. Here we go. You could see the breakdown here. And if it happens, it's going to be fast and it's going to be furious. This is not going to be a grind down. And then I think we will literally V-bottom back up and then grind. Yep. Grind. Yep. Grind. Right? Now, I know that's on a 5-day, right? So imagine that being smaller candles and eventually grinding like this. And then. Now, what do you mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? Well, let's get rid of that. Let's get that back on. Okay. That's the button I was looking for. I think we go to 13,000 minimum. I see we've had a back test there, but we haven't back test. I'm sorry, $11,361. Yeah, I did take a day off yesterday, Dragonfire. Sorry, I'll tell you guys in the break why I took a day off yesterday. I just saw your message. Completely took a day off. I was going to talk about Brad on crypto and Bloomberg and all of that, but ended up having to take the day off yesterday. I'm glad I didn't have to today. So, real quick, but this is what we're looking at, okay, for Bitcoin as a topping structure. Now, when I go in here, I'm going to type in, let's see, where's my symbol? The Dow. Boom. Now, I'm going to bring you the Dow, and I believe we are right here in the same position soon with the Dow. The question is, when do we go up, right? The Dow looks like it's trying to hold this area here. We've already kind of got a weird correction. I wouldn't be surprised if the NASDAQ came a little bit lower on a flash crash, a couple stops that day. That's kind of a possibility. However, these are what I'm looking at. So I'm going to break this down maybe on Monday, or if not tomorrow, maybe on Monday, starting the new month. Maybe we'll look at topping structures to continue this bull run, because that's how I feel. I feel like we see the top coming in right now, getting closer and closer. That would be the Dow Jones heading towards $40,000 or 40,000 points, and the NASDAQ heading to 19,000, almost 20,000, which would be good points, getting a lot of people to come on in and get excited, and then this thing goes dump. However, this is what I'm seeing, and it's not the most exciting for people, is it? I know it's not. I'm excited about it, but it's not exciting for a lot of people. All right, so that's what I see there. Just a little introduction to what I see coming in our future. I do want to discuss with you one coin real quick, and then I'll get out of here because I think XRP is still sitting at 63. So I was going to discuss it, but I don't think I'm going to as much. We discuss it every single day on this channel. There's not a lot, so I want to look at a couple, give you some options. This is a coin that I am looking at. This is ApeCoin. Then I'm actually looking for a short. If this gets to 22, that 2.414, 2250, then I am going to short that and give it a shot there with a stop loss at like 25. But in the end, will this blow off top? We'll see. But look at that rising wedge formation. Now, if this gets all the way up there, like all the way up there, this is what these like to do sometimes. These like to go in here, move, right? That's literally like they do. So I will be watching this, because if that does this, because Ape's kind of doing its own thing, if that does this, I will probably, if it breaks up like that, right, and breaks up out of here, the short is $30, $32, something like that. So I am watching 8 because it just launched on Coinbase, and I am trying to get a very, very good short in there. Word is on the street, though, something's coming that is going to cause everyone to dump this weekend on Z-Ape coin. So we will see. You can see here, those are your momentum indicators, all right? So Hakanashi working its way up to the 2.414. We don't need to look at that, XRP. We need to go here. And last but not least, look at XRP. XRP is looking very shortish right now. Maybe we'll get a small bump. I'm not sure yet. There's multiple things I am seeing here. Okay. One, that double top structure here. Kind of a fake out. And I'll pull this here. And I'll draw these arrows just so you can kind of see exactly what we're talking about. Look at this. Same thing. Rising wedge. Same formation I'm looking at for Bitcoin to play out. I don't know when. Maybe it will be fast. Where's my ABC? Same formation. Right? Looking for that to play out with the buy sitting at 59.60 cents. Somewhere in there. I will be looking for a signal. I definitely started setting one up for a buy down in this level. And from there, my targets are going to be ridiculous. So as we see all this happening, you just kind of got to be these are the points or else, right? And that's kind of where we are. These are the points or else. So we haven't finished that move yet. I think we got to come down to 58. But I think it's going to be very quick. It's the end of the month. CME is closing. All the contracts are expiring. So that's where I see this specific asset now, which is kind of the whole thing across the board, right? Maybe a quick blow off top on Ape today. Then we roll on over and go ahead and come down. You see that resistance is perfectly working there. Just like I showed you earlier, there's that same formation right there with XRP has played out. You can see it. XRP played out right there. Yep. Right there. Same way as we are looking for Bitcoin to play out and finish this move possibly here. Get down to this area. Right? Boom. Then work its way from 37.7 and break out. So this would be ideal here, which may be that $1,000 to $2,000 move, and Bitcoin will finish off XRP as well. So we will see, because that is the asset that we are focused on big time. Do I have time to get to the Dixie? You know what? Let's see here. Let's see if I can get to the Dixie. Just to show you real quick. I just want to show you. And then we'll get out of here. The Dixie, there's our parabola. As we always point out, our parabola from 2018, touched down. We touched again 2021, and this is bear market, bull market, bear market, right? Bull market, bear market, bull market, bear market. So what do you think's next? And what's crazy is the DXY looks to just basically be in a range. Okay? Let me just do this. This is better. This is going to be way better. I don't want a parallel channel. I guess I can just use a parallel channel. Whatever. Okay? It's just in a range. Right there. That's the Dixie. The Dixie is ranging, and we're looking at some kind of pattern here that might break down next, which is here. Okay? So this is what we want to see. We don't want to see, which is getting there, Dixie to break up and out of here. But we're at the top of the range, so we got everything pushing down. So maybe one last push to hit that double top. We didn't want to break over that, but double top there, then come down. It could be violent. I don't know what's going to cause that for all the money to come rushing in, but it's the end of the quarters now. It's the end of all the earnings reports are coming out. I think Apple's coming out later today. Facebook did yesterday. Twitter came out. that's completely been lying about all its numbers. So we're going to see what is going to cause this. But that is what I am looking at as the RSI is topping on that daily. Bitcoin is looking for another move down before firing up. We also see, where are we at? We also see the NASDAQ and the Dow Jones ready for its last move. That means the Dixie has to come down. So what is this catalyst going to be, guys? It's going to bring it on down. That is the question. That is the question. So what are your thoughts? Do you think this is going to pump like this, right? Do you think it's really going to pump? Are we in for that major pump? I don't know. I'm not sure when it's going to happen. I'm not sure what's going to cause it, but I know it's coming. And it's coming in the next 90 days. I believe it. I believe it. I'm set on it based on everything I'm seeing policy-wise. Just all the way the policy's lining up. It was supposed to be 180 days from January after they passed that cryptocurrency act, right? 180 days. I forgot to record this. I need to hit record. 180 days until I think they had to have something in, right? Like the findings of the cryptocurrency act in. And I think at that point, that might be our top. Okay. And that was 6 months from January 1st, right? 880 days is 6 months. That brings us to June. So whatever there could be our catalyst to fire us off for our blow off top. And that's coming soon. So this section might get uploaded a little later because I did not hit record. Now I got to wait for YouTube to actually clean this up, re-download it, and edit it. So hopefully you caught this part live. If not, you'll probably have to wait till tomorrow to catch long sum, short sum. In the meantime, guys, I appreciate you so much. My name is Christian Israel. Make sure you do the like, comment, subscribe, social media thing here, and help, obviously I'm still working this by myself. We got a one-man crew here, but behind the screen is all of you, and I appreciate you so much. So, guys, that is the end of long sum, short sum. Love you, and God bless. All right, now that I'm officially recording, this can be uploaded later. All right, so Dragonfire. Why did I take the day off yesterday, man? I am selling my house. I called the real estate agent yesterday. We bought this house, I'm going to be honest, we bought this house in Dallas in November. Okay, closed actually in October. Closed in October. Ilya, yeah, I did ape already, brother. I said, I'll show you real quick. Where did I put ape? I did ape already. Still looking for this for ape. Oh, what the heck? Come on. Ooh, don't make me look slow. Here we go. Oh, up. All right. So this is ape. This is what I'm looking at real quick. Just a quick reminder. Same formations we keep seeing all over the place. See that? Right? So that formation is what we're looking at. That formation is what we're looking at. And that's what's building right now in ape. Except the difference is with ape, see how that comes from the top into it? This is not coming from the top into it. Okay? This is coming, it's not coming from up here, right? Instead, it's coming in like this, breaking that. So I said it could break up and then roll over because whatever goes up must come down, right? However, if that does, we're looking at 32 to 35, $30 most, but my short right now that I'm looking for is going to be at $22. That's what I'm looking for there at 8. It might not even make it there. It might actually end up rolling over now. So we will see. It's building and building and building, but you never know what's going on with we never know what's going on in 8 in a new NFT game. But anyway, let me continue. So It says 30 days left before moving out. I want to put some cat. Yeah, that's one thing I'm doing, right? But so I bought my house, and I don't care, man. It's my house is on the market. Now I'm selling. You can see the price. I bought my house for more, like almost 600,000, 550. Okay, and now I'm selling it for. I'm gonna put it on the market for more than 600,000+ in 6 months. Right? Like that's a 70,000 minimum return on my investment, right? Like that quick. Like that's literally what I'm going to do. So we decided that we want to see mountains. So I think we're going to make our way more west. Staying in Texas, but we're going to make our way more west, get a larger property for cheaper than what we have right now. Like what we paid for this house. We're already looking at houses that are cheaper in a less saturated market. Okay. But what's awesome about this is just the view. We could take that money, flip it, and then it's just buy more cryptos. That's where we are right now. Like, made a good investment on the house, flipped it. I just know I don't want to stay in Dallas. Like, I don't like the city. I'm not really a fan of the people or the driving. I'm just going to be honest. I think I need to be in more of a, I don't know, a happier area. Everybody is so angry and aggressive. Just no need for that. No need for that, right? So that's what we're considering. So that's why I took the day off yesterday to kind of start that process. And I got some calls today and really big thing. Like we're going to have this on the market next week. That's how fast we're moving. Next week, this is supposed to be on the market. So excited about that. That's why we took it off. So we'll move on to the next section today. We're going to do Star Atlas. I'm going to figure it out. I don't know yet. But this is what we're going to do. And we're going to go ahead and dive into, let me get my topic intro. All right. You guys ready? Let's fade this into the new one. All right, guys, we are here today for the daily topics. Yes, we did take a day off yesterday. Had some personal things to take care of, but we are back. My name is Christian Israel, and you are tuned into Christ and Crypto in the Morning. We're here every single day, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., Monday through Friday, and we break this up in 3 sections. If you're watching this later, you're now looking at the official section 2, which is our daily topics. In the first section, we do long sum, short sum, which is our technical analysis, looking at the markets from a technical perspective. And then the second section is the news, where we're going to dive into things and explore virtual reality, explore Metaverse, NFT gaming, also deep dive it into crypto news. This is the place where we're just jumping into the crypto sphere and the equities market and the money-making market just to see what's going on there, testing it with news to match what we see in the charts. And this week has been NFT gaming. 100% has been NFT gaming. And I played Gods Unchained on Monday, which was really cool. A free NFT gaming system. That was fun. And then Tuesday, we played Axie Infinity, which was like a World of Warcraft, Pokemon collecting edition game as well. That was fun. What's cool about both of those that I learned is you get to use those cards. These are card games, right? And I know that's big in the regular world, right? When we actually interacted face to face. But you can use these cards as NFTs. Buy, sell, trade. And we know that the Magic world, right? And Magic and World of Warcraft, some of them cards are really expensive. $500, $1,000. Some I heard are really crazy prices. And no different in NFT. So being able to own and have value in the game you play like we do in the real world. That's why this makes sense to me. Because I've seen the actual games here. People pay and trade cards in person, right? But now it's online, which means instead of the people in my area, you can do this with people all around the world. And it involves money that you can easily transact from your NFTs, hopefully eventually on the XRP ledger, right? So you get away from the Ethereum fees over onto the XRP ledger. And boom. You can make money. You can sell it. And that's what we're about, is trying to figure out how to increase our portfolios, right? I mean, that's the whole point of why you invest. You don't invest to go broke. So that's why we are here. So let me look for my big screen gaming. And I'm going to see if I can switch screens here. Whoop, boom. Okay, so we are officially in this world. Now, I'm going to play the trailer for you guys, mainly because hopefully this doesn't, monetize, mess me up. But I'm going to play this trailer for you because I don't know how much I can actually get into the game. So let's play the trailer and see if I can get some sound.
Miles, the station reported a distress signal last night. They think it came from your dad's ship.
The signal, it came from past the outer ring. How is that even possible?
His ship has been reported missing for 20 years now. Pretty sure he's not coming back.
We go there, we might not come back.
They really get these game videos intense now. See your 3 characters?
This is going to change everything. They found out we have the map. They're gonna kill us for it.
If that's the case,
this is pretty cool
there's
looking.
only one thing we can do.
Oh, that asteroid just took off. Uh-oh, okay, there we go. That is Star Atlas. That's pretty cool. Very Star Trek-y. Solana is involved there. History has begun. History has begun. Now let me get my other screen here ready for you so I can read this to you and see what this says. So I've got a couple, this says a couple ideas here on this, and here I am. So it says, what is Star Atlas? It says, I'm going to look on CoinMarketCap real quick for a breakdown, but it says, what is Star Atlas? Star Atlas is a blockchain-based theme grand strategy video game built on the Solana blockchain. It is a massive multiplayer metaverse set in the distant future in the year 2620. The gaming platform explores some of the recent technology breakthroughs by using Unreal Engine's 5 Nanite to create cinematic quality video game and visual experience. Yeah, you can really see that there. Players on the Star Atlas metaverse can trade, obtain, and create non-fungible tokens or NFTs within the Star Atlas universe, thus enjoying an economy that reflects the tangibility, ownership, and value of real-world assets. Star Atlas is built on the Solana blockchain and therefore stands to benefit from the network's transactional throughput that supports an extremely high 50,000 transactions per second. Solana is touted as one of the fastest, most secure, and censorship-resistant blockchain networks, providing an open infrastructure which decentralized applications can be built. The universe of the Star Atlas game is expansive, is what it says, and players have to embark on a lonely and challenging journeys riddled with countless pearls as they gather resources and compete to outsmart other players in the metaverse. Players can construct entire cities, build microeconomics in the game, or even collaborate from the decentralized anonymous organizations, DAO, to govern specific regions. Players can give exact real-world monetary value from the virtual in-game items they collect while playing. Unlike most centralized gaming platforms, the restrict reselling and full ownership of in-game items, Star Atlas fully embraces decentralization. Players will own full ownership of the assets they accumulate in the game with the opportunity to sell those NFT enabled in-game items on the secondary NFT marketplace. The whole idea is to encourage the monetization of the time spent in the Star Atlas game, thus enabling a real economic benefit for participation. So, this is where we are. Okay. And again, I haven't really done anything, but I see you have the leaderboards here. So you got different people who've played. Okay. Well, total asset, USD. Okay. This is interesting. So I assume that, oh, this is how much this person's owned? No way. Let's say $57 million in USDC. Oh, total players. I got it. 31,000 players are in there. Top player is $2 million. But the total value in that territory, okay, is 57 million. There's some money in this, huh? Top player is here. All right. Oran, region, Usta. Okay. Marketplace. So these are all the places that we can buy your ships and trade. And I have a feeling I have to. It says Solana network is currently experiencing degraded performance. Transactions may fail unexpectedly or be slow to complete. Okay, so I don't know if I want to do any transactions. I don't think I have any money in this wallet right now anyway. And it looks like, yeah, so we have to buy some of these things to participate. Let me see. Is there something? It says legendary anomaly. I just want to see what these different prices are. Oh, origination price, $99,000. Oh, wow, this is some serious. Like, they want you to own these things for real. So this is common. Let's see what this place is. Yep, $20 USDC. It says, okay, a space-worthy single-passenger space bike that packs a punch. A popular model for short-range COP patrols in space and on land. No pilot license required to export. And you need pilot licenses and stuff? Oh man, here's my inventory. Do I have anything in an inventory? I don't think so. There's probably nothing because I've done nothing yet. Events. The first to arrive at the universe next frontier to knock. It says rebirth, genesis of the metaverse. Okay. Post metaverse drops. Tier rewards. Faction or fleet. I think this is where we start. Join your faction's fleet today and earn rewards for that cause. When you need factions, or when we need you, factions are asking citizens of their region to commission their ships to the faction fleet. Huh. All right. It says, let me see something. Join a faction. It says that Dragonfire says these ships were a lot cheaper when it first came out, but these things, yeah, I see that. Man, that was $20,000 for a ship. I'm like, no. Absolutely not. But if you got in this earlier, for sure. So these are the three people we saw in the helmets. You got Firepower Industries in the mud territory. You got Ustar sector, which is strength exploratory. And you got Diplomatic Technology from Uni region, which is politics. So do we want to control you want to be strong and strength and explore, conquer? Do we want to be the politics, or do we want to blow things up? And I think it makes sense to be political because that's where all the power is. And so it says here, okay, the Onan faction is a harmonious consortium of diverse species. The people of the Oman sector, Seagull, Agnet, and Nuno systems collect their side, blah, 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 blah. The benefits of joining the Oni region lie primarily in access to densely clustered raw materials within their controlled space. These materials are highly coveted in the crafting. Okay. I don't know what any of that means. Let's just hit choose. Is this going to ask me for money? Your faction choice is permanent. This may influence your ability to trade with other factions. Oh, okay. So we need to look at other ones. All right. So this is the first one. Mud controlled space perks to raw materials. Join Mud to ensure the perpetual fair and powerful leadership of mankind. Okay. This is the human faction. Is the Council of Peace. Aha. So the humans are the Council of Peace, but they own the firepower. That's crazy. Becoming a part of the OSHA is also from own path in physical universe and ascend to the ranks of observable spiritual plane. Receive access to rare minerals, vital information, formation of highly nimble thruster tech, and top-tier holding reinforcement pipelines. This is a builder. That's what I thought. Pretty much a builder. I think that's a builder. Versus the diplomatic aspects of it. Raw materials, discover greater breakthroughs for all Caesarean life. What do we do? What do we do? I kind of want to, but that's, how can you have peace and weapons? It's always crazy to me. Like, here's a bunch of weapons. Let's have some peace. All right, you know what? We're going to go here. We're going to take the diplomatic route. Okay, confirm. Oh, let's see. Do I have to, I don't have any money in here, so I don't even know if I can do this. Is there a price? Approve. I don't even know. I don't know. It's saying hang on tight. So while that's hanging on tight, we've got another article that came out that says the Star Atlas Next Generation Gaming Metaverse. And they think it says this, the project is certainly turning some heads, referring to this. And has people talking already with thousands of tweets and retweets, Reddit discussion forums, Discord chats, and a massive fan base, along with a lineup of investors and venture capitalists waiting in anticipation for a game that hasn't even fully launched yet. Oh, okay. This is still a few years out, huh? This is still a few years out. It says, while the game is still under development, we are left imagining what the game may look like in its final form. We can tell a lot from the team's 42-page white paper and 38-page economics paper. The concept art, cinematic trailers, and screenshots says something went wrong here. Are you sure you want to choose? Is it going to mess up? Okay. So it says that the Solana network is messed up right now. Anyway, so that's my experience right here with this game is if the Solana network is down, which we're seeing, right now it's having errors that I can't even enlist. So maybe we'll see here. Maybe I'll try again another day and go from there. I was going to give it a shot and see what happens, but this seems to be a cool idea and concept. It's not like the other ones so far, like Axie and Gods Unchained, that I was just able to log on and play the game. Here, it says I can't do it. And we know Solana, so apparently Solana is supposed to be this massive network that everyone is going to use at such a high level. But this thing is basically breaking down and experiencing issues. And yeah, I can do 50,000 transactions per second, but right now I can't get one. So again, I look forward to all this stuff being on the XRP ledger. I really, really do. But last but not least, it says the Star Atlas has been designed since inception to empower a new generation of gamers, creators, and dreamers to rebuild the world to alternative constructs and standards. A true digital rebirth of the human species. We choose to build a metaverse and an MMO. I forgot. We did that on World of Warcraft stuff. I forgot what MMO means. I forgot what it meant. And embodied by true sovereignty. The vision of which would be impossible individually, but inevitable collectively. Okay, so that's what they're looking for. And that's nice, but as it is right now, I can't even get on, what do you say? I can't even get on and try it. So that was my attempt to try to play Star Atlas. There's a couple articles out here that I was just reading to you, right? These are the few articles that people find to be exciting about it. So go do your research. Dragonfire obviously plays it, so maybe I'll try again. If you guys got another one I can try, I was looking at some Cardano possibly games on the Cardano channel. I'm gonna look for one more game tomorrow to end this week, and then next week we'll jump back into deep diving in tokens and all that stuff. This week is just diving into NFT games. So if you guys find something that you want me to do for tomorrow, comment below, shoot me a message, hit the Telegram group up, whatever you choose to do, and let me know. In the meantime, guys, sorry I couldn't play this a little bit more for you. That is the end of this section. All right. That's the end of this section. So already did the social media thing, guys. Thank you and God bless. Here we go. Okay, we're back. We're back. So we pretty much the end of the show today, right? Dragonfire says, better luck next time. Boy, do I agree. Better luck next time. Maybe it can work itself and play out. Right now, we are watching Bitcoin try to hold some levels here. So let's see if this breaks down again. We got 38.6. Is that going to be that last stop for if this continues? So maybe one more leg down to at least that and see what happens. This has been an interesting show. I've been messing everything up all over the place, but that's okay. That's what happens when you take a day off, man. And it's groggy outside and everything today. But like I said, God is good. Despite how I may feel on a daily basis or how you may feel, God is good all the time. And so we're going to discuss that today on New Creation Scriptures. And I don't think we need to hang out here at this spot anymore. Let me go ahead and flip this and get that last part going, guys. Let's get it. This is my favorite part of the podcast. Thanks for hanging out. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, then you are a new creation. Hello. We are back. And now I'm going to fade over to here. There we go. Because I just want to get the whole screen for you here. If you guys are just clicking on this thing and you said, what is this new creation right here? Well, this new creation that you just clicked on is the third section of a podcast we do every single day called Christ in Crypto in the Morning. We're here Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. I am your host, Christian Israel, and this is the place where we discuss what goes on financially around the world, politically around the world, prophetically towards the Bible around the world, and we do all that with Christ at the show's center. So the first section is news. The first section is technical analysis, looking at charts. The second section is news, and to finish out the Trinity, everything works in three. We bring the word to you. And I read something this morning that caught my attention, and I'm going to read it to you. And it's, every day I'm on this channel, when I'm in this section, it's just, I'm really talking to myself and explaining it to you. And this is how I explain to myself, because I am, I'm selling the house. We're moving. We thought we'd like Dallas. And to be honest, I love Chicago. I lived a lot in Chicago. And the city just got dangerous in general. But I love the city of Chicago. I just don't like the politics of Illinois. So I come to Dallas thinking it'll be a smaller version and maybe love the city. I'm not a fan of the city at all. I'm not a fan of just in general what I thought the Lord was calling me to do in Dallas. I found a wonderful church. I'm a part of Social Dallas. I'm on the production team. I love it. It's growing. It's one of the fastest growing churches in the world. Great pastor. Great worship team. Great people. That's the only thing I like about the city is my church. And so I thought I was here. And so I've been fighting. Did I bring up the wrong one? Yeah, that's James. I meant to bring up James. Here we go. Fighting in my mind. And I just became angry and bitter. Like, what is going on? Like, I thought you called me to come to Texas. I'm in Texas. I chose Dallas. I love my church. But outside of that, I'm not happy with the city. I don't like the driving. I really don't, right? I'm in a more peaceful state of mind. And I feel like Dallas itself is in a mentally aggressive state of mind. And then I was just yesterday, me and the wife were just talking. We made our decision and just she wrote me a nice long message that I needed. And then I read this morning. And it says, anger and bitterness are two noticeable signs of being focused on self and not trusting God's sovereignty in your life. When you believe that God causes all things to work together for good to those who belong to him and love him, you can respond to trials with joy instead of anger and bitterness. Now that sounds good. And it's true. Very true. I'm like, oh, I read that. I'm like, really? Really? Come on. I spent a lot of time yesterday. Him and I had a fight. Because I'm like, I just love my house. I know my daughter doesn't want to uproot and move again. We talked about it this morning when I took her to the bus and we sat and I said, how do you feel about us moving? And she just, I said, I know. But we're making a decision long term. This is a long-term decision in the short term. And when you make two decisions and you uproot your family twice in under a year, is really what I've done. I got angry yesterday at the Lord. I was mad at him. Very angry because I'm like, this makes no sense. Don't like, the house that we thought was ours. The house that we thought, we bought it, we own it, right? But there's so many things wrong with it, right? We bought a house that they covered up, the inspectors covered up a lot of stuff. The people sold it, it was sold to us. And as much as we spent on this house, there's now so much work to do, and we are just not happy. We became a little bitter. So we decided yesterday to make that decision. And then I read this morning. Anger and bitterness are two noticeable signs of focusing on self. We're like, dang it. And to me, I'm like, man, that's what that means. Is I'm focusing on me and what's wrong with me and what's bothering me. All these trials. And my wife told me, she said, I love to make people happy and do positive things. And so do you. When you walk into a room, you light a room up. You think the devil is going to allow us to be successful? Going to try to push us and fight us and break us down at every turn. And that's what it felt like in Dallas. At every turn, it's just being attacked by the enemy. Trials. And I'm like, man, what is going on? So we made that decision yesterday, and then I read that. And I'm like, all right, focus on God's sovereignty in my life. Well, we're just moving. We're going to take a shot. We're going to take a chance and say, all right, we're going to move somewhere that this seems to be it. Get out of the comfortability, go in the middle of somewhere else, which we're excited about, but really see if that's where I'm supposed to be, because I really wanted to build a church, right? I really want to do things for the Lord, and I feel like maybe in Dallas I can't do those things. Oversaturation. So maybe we go somewhere, right? We're going to sell the house, which is nice, and we're actually going to make money back on that house, and then we can actually buy another house for cheaper than what we bought this house, that's also going to be bigger and nicer, right? And in a better spot. So it's already working itself out. But when I read here that anger and bitterness are two noticeable signs of being focused on self and not trusting God's sovereignty in your life, that wanted me to bring us to these scriptures. And this is one of my favorite scriptures, to be honest, in James. And it's James 1:12-19. And it goes like this. Blessed is the man who remains steadfast under trial. For when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life, which God has promised to those who love him. Let no one, when he is tempted, say, I am being tempted by God. For God cannot be tempted with evil. He himself tempts no one. But each person is tempted when he is lured and enticed by his own desires. Then desire, when it conceives, gives birth to sin. And sin, when it is fully grown, brings forth death. Don't be deceived, my beloved brothers, for every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights, of whom there is no variation or shadow due to change. Of his own will he brought us forth by the word of truth, and that we should be a kind of first fruits for his creatures. Know this, my beloved brothers and sisters. Let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger. I need to finish the rest of 19 because there's more to that. For the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God. Therefore, put away all filthiness and rampant wickedness, and receive with meekness the implanted word, which is able to save your souls. Able to save your souls. Back that up to the first. Count it all joy. Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds. For you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfast. And let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given to him. But let him ask in faith, with no doubting, for one who doubts is like a wave of the sea that is driven and tossed by the wind. For that person must not suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is double-minded and unstable in all his ways. Man, I don't even know what to say, because we're human. We all feel unstable in all of our ways. That happens. We have to put our faith in God, and that's what I'm telling myself today. If you're listening, wonderful. My bitterness and angerness towards this situation that I am in, thinking and praying and hoping that Lord put me in the right situation where I am. He moved me here maybe just to get me out of Illinois, right? Here's your house, get out of Illinois, and then we're going to make you go somewhere else. And maybe that's what it is. So maybe there's a journey you're on right now, right? Right now, where you thought God took you in one and now he's pivoting you in another direction. Just to get you there, to maybe cleanse you, change your mind, fix some things in you, and move you forward. So those trials that I'm facing, that you may be facing, you probably are, everyone has trials, but I know that I'm facing, I have to remember he is doing this to complete me, to finish me, to move me for his work and what I have been called to do, which I don't know yet. I thought, every day when I was in my church, every time I'm in my church production, I'm enjoying it, but I'm like, this just feels like I'm here. It just feels like I'm here. I don't feel like I am in it. And I think that's maybe where I need to be. In it. In it. Are you in it? I hope so. Guys, that's the word for the day. My name's Christian Israel. This is the new creation section. We are here. You are here. Like, subscribe, do the social media thing. I'll see you guys next time. I truly, truly appreciate you. Let's go ahead and call this the section. Let's get out of here. This is my favorite part of the podcast. Thanks for hanging out. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, then you are a new creation. All right, guys. Well, that's the show. And as we do this, Bitcoin is firing up right now. Remember, I said maybe a false breakdown? Like, look at that. That is moving. We're going to see what happens here. Maybe a false breakup, back test, then go. Right? That's better than seeing this. Because we don't want to get stomped out. So I'll take this breakdown to this all day. We'll see if that plays out. I want to go to the NASDAQ real quick. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, let's look at this parabola. And see, oh man, look at that. It just wicked up. Yeah, that thing just fired off that 702, guys. So this is something you need to look forward to. It's trying to move. It's trying to move. So anyway, that's the end of our show today. I am done. Are you done? I'm done. Let me get my clothes ready. Yeah. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Appreciate you, Dragonfire and Rope-a-Dope. You hung out with me today. It's good to see you. I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe another game, maybe just end the week with news, depending on what happens here. But to see that break down and break up, that might be really, really, really bullish. And there's ApeCoin firing up towards $22 now. So we will see if that's how it works out. Guys, that's the end of this show. I'm your boy, Christian Israel. You are tuned into Christ in Crypto. This is a place with Christ at the center of the show, where we focus on everything else around the world and keep it in perspective to keep it simple for you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. You know what it is. 3 things. I love you. God loves you. You are loved. Until next time, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. God bless and peace out. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and do the thing that people do on social media. At Twitter, at TikTok, New Creation Capital. Let us know, guys. Thanks so much. I hope you guys have a great day. Later, guys.